It's certainly seen better days. It was never that impressive, but at least back in the day, it was a lively village and home to several families. People used to call this place Downriver because the villagers apparently moved here from a place called Upriver. With them, they brought their knowledge of fishing, which had been passed down from generation to generation. I learned a lot from them when I was here. Now Upriver is long gone, and Downriver is all but deserted. It won't be long before no one even remembers what these places are called. I was only about 5 or 6 years old when I first arrived here. I was homeless and had to wander around the streets. I remember finally managing to find half a rice bun, but then a stray dog jumped out and snatched it away from me. Half a rice bun was not something I was willing to give up so easily at the time, so I chased it all the way to this neighborhood. Then a few fishermen saw us running and stopped me. They were kind enough to give me some food.
That she grew up homeless and like kind of like her and Ningguang have a lot of parallels in this sense. I don't know. I just think it's nice to see how much Beidou cares about a community because he knows it's better than like leaving someone to suffer alone. Keep going.
Seeing me stop, the dog also stopped running. But straight away it keeled over and never got up again.
No.
Maybe it was too tired or maybe it had starved to death.
No.
I went over and saw that the dog still had the half rice bun in its mouth. It didn't look
This is so sad. What the fuck? I don't want to be.
Poor thing.
This is
Had
so.
I known the dog was so weak, I would have let it take that half rice bun.
Beidou, do you want a hug? I feel so bad. Yeah, but is that when the villagers took you in? Oh my god, I want to give her a hug.
I could tell they were wary of me at first. I was the dirty little kid who had just chased a dog to death over some scraps of food. But I got lucky. The village chief took pity on me and brought me to their home. That's how I ended up staying here.
So then what made you leave later?
Do you know what the name Beidou means?
Isn't Big Dipper or something?
I'll explain along the way.
Right? The constellation,
About
right?
a year or two after I arrived, the village chief fell ill during the winter and passed away. During that same period, the harvest was getting worse, and the fishermen's catch was getting smaller day by day. Without the village chief to handle the situation, people began blaming each other. There were even rumors that some families had been overfishing and leaving nothing for the rest of the village to catch. But in the end, they all turned on me, saying that they shouldn't have ever taken me.
No.
They said I was bad luck.
No.
They pointed to how that dog died on the first day I arrived.
No.
Next thing you know, the village chief dies, and then all the fish die out. They said I was a living curse, and the downfall of the village was all my fault. I told them that I didn't understand. I'm not a curse, I'm just Beidou.
Yeah.
Then some of the villagers started shouting, and drove me out of the village. They shouted, "Nando controls life. Beidou controls death. Beidou controls death." Before then, all I knew about my name was that it had something to do with the stars. It wasn't until then that I realized that Beidou was a constellation. And the Alcor, one of its stars, was an omen of death.
Oh my god.
Here we are. This is the old house of the village chief.
Oh my god. Dude. Oh my... This is so much more different than the... I actually think I like this route better because it's so much more, like, personal to Beidou, but oh my god. Dude. Oh. Can you imagine? Like, okay, this is, like, off the heels of me watching Arcane, so this is already even more, like, tender to me than it would normally be, but, like being branded as a Jinx, that's so sad. I had no idea about the Alcor thing. And I think it's actually pretty interesting that she decided to name her head ship the Alcor, because I think it's sort of representative of how, yes, Beidou controls death in that sense, but she defies it in that sense also. And she's repurposed sort of her ostracization into something good. This hangout thing is making me really fall in love with Beidou as a character. Personally, like, to tell a character story, I think that the hangout events are better. Especially because they're much more intimate like this. Especially when you choose the right route.
I bet he never expected that the little girl he took in would grow up to be seen as a curse that brought about the village's total destruction.
If you're cursed, then I think I am too.
What do you mean?
The animal Archon's Gnosis was taken after I arrived in Mondstadt.
Is that all?
The Geo Archon's Gnosis was also taken after I arrived in Liyue.
And let me guess. You got to Inazuma and the Electro Archon's Gnosis was taken as well?
Somewhat.
Well, you seem to wreak havoc on a grander scale than I ever could.
I mean, I don't know if that was necessarily encouraging. Like, I have it worse than you. Like, I feel like that was kind of like, whatever. Does that make you feel better now?
Oh, I get it. You're trying to convince me that I'm not cursed.
Yeah, you're obviously not cursed.
And I'll take it. Let's
You
not
literally
forget that
slew
the people whose
Haishan.
names stick around are the ones who emerge from the stormy seas unscathed. And the ones who get swept away in the wind are the fledgling birds who couldn't hack it. I, for one, have never encountered a storm I couldn't weather. So if you ever find some idiot trying to brand you as a scapegoat just because you're the one who lived to tell the tale, tell them Captain Beidou demands to have the honor along with you.
Oh.
Remember, you'll always have the captain of the Crux to back you up wherever you go.
I suppose we're just two scapegoats looking out for each other.
Two cursed scapegoats banding together for survival. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, but at the same time, I kinda dig it. I'm lucky to have a friend like you. Okay, it's time to get back to our
I want to
photography.
give her a hug.
Right, teacher?
Oh my god. I just love the idea of, like, two people who have been through it all, but, like, have found each other through it. Like, there's just something about that, man. Yeah, I thought you might not be in the mood because we rehashed your trauma.
Come on, let's not waste any time. Get it done while you can before I change my mind.
Okay.
So, do I need to strike a pose?
It's a little flirtatious. However you prefer.
All right. How about this?
Man.
So, is it done yet? Please don't tell me that it looks weird.
Not at all. It looks perfect.
Captain of the Crux, I am exercising my official right to requisition this photograph for future promotion and recruitment purposes.
This is so formal.
So
You could just say that you're going to use it.
I'll be holding on to this. That's fine with you, though, right?
I hope so. I mean, I think so. Photography class for 2. Laughter breaks the solitude of the long, silent village, and the lonesome scene grows pleasant once again. Oh, no, I really love this path. This was such a good path. I loved it. I'm very emotional over Beidou. He deserves the world.